I watch too much football, and I always have. I know these 32 teams like the back of my hand. But does that mean I can draw every NFL logo from memory in under 30 seconds? You don't know unless you try. The rules for this game are simple. I get 30 seconds to draw all 32 NFL logos from my memory using black and white. Let's get started. Up first, the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, I don't even remember which way they face. I think it's this way, and they got a beak there. Oh no, that's so wrong. Okay, it's my first one, and then it's like this, I think. It's something like this, and then they definitely have something like that. I mean, again, guys, this is my first go at it, but I know that's wrong. I should know this. They're in the NFC West. That's brutal. Up next, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I know that their logo, the wings are kind of like this, and then there's also these front talons here, and then the beak here. This one might be good. This one might be very good. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the Atlanta Falcons logo. I'm not using all my time, but by golly, I don't need all my time. That's the Falcons logo. I don't know why I have a hard time deciding which way these logos face. I think it's this way. 3 birds in a row is also annoying. And I know there's like some jaggeds like this. Okay, yep. Yep, this kind of looks like a Angry Birds. Angry Birds is what this kind of reminds me of. But that's not too bad. We're going to accept that. Buffalo Bills is tricky. I know there's like this weird thing that does like something like this. That like intersects the buffalo's like head. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is pretty close. Maybe he has like feet here and feet here. I crushed this part. I know that this red thing.
This is horrible.
I believe the Carolina Panthers is one where it like kind of is coming the other way. So I think it's like this, and then it's got these huge teeth, and then it like comes around like that, and then there's some like texture down here. That's pretty good. We're gonna leave it like that. Finally, we've been needing this easy mode. I'm gonna try to crush this. Wow. I mean, I'm gonna try to really give the attention to detail here. Yep. And some of you are like, well, you should have drawn the bear. Guys, you saw my panther. That might be a 10 out of 10 with time to spare. Another easy one, Cincinnati Bengals. I believe it's like something like this. And then it's like this and this. And then there's like, you know, obviously like the homage to the Bengal Tigers. I'm going to run out of time. Color some of that in. Time. Cleveland Browns is easy as long as you can draw a helmet, which luckily for me, I can. Okay, come around like that. Is there maybe some texture up here? Yeah, I think that's good. Guys, sign me up for art degree. I got an art degree. We're on a run of just absolutely easy ones. Dallas Cowboys, come on now. So far, this is a great star. Free-handed star. Okay, and then I know there's like an inside circle as well, or triangle, you know, the shape I'm drawing, star as well, like that. So, like, I understand that could be better, but if somebody says, what NFL team is that? You know exactly what it is. Denver Broncos, I know, has just some crazy hair. So we want to emphasize that first and foremost. And then it's got this long snout. And then it's kind of like... Oh, I messed up. There's no coming back from this. Oof. I can do the Lions for sure. You got the tail. And then I believe he's standing on his 2 paws, like, or like your back feet like this, and then these are like up like this. And then he's got this like massive mane, open mouth style. Something like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Packers, we needed this one. We needed this easy one. It's a very smushed together G. Shoot. It's more more oval. Like this. Okay. That's downright decent. That's good. Again, I think this is identifiable yeah, that's definitely the Packers. Texans, another one that should be easy. We got the horns like this, and then I think this horn is smaller, and then it comes down something like that. And then there's obviously some like weird like Illuminati symbols within it that I don't understand, but somebody smarter than me may. Oh, maybe there's like a nose ring on the bowl. Hey, that's abstract. An absolute layup here for the Indianapolis Colts. This one, I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this. This is, I mean, come on. I even know that there's 3 little things on each side. Boom. Jaguars are another one where like the mouth is definitely like the focal point. Big, huge fangs like this.
I'm kind of confused.
Oh yeah, definitely got to add some dots. For like the fact that it's a cheetah. Kansas City Chiefs, easy. Okay, that looks like a nuke. I mean, consider me crushing this. Yeah, Taylor Swift might make this her next album cover. Stellar. Raiders is pretty complex. I know we need to emphasize like the eye patch here, which I think I just put on the wrong side. And then it's kind of like this. Then I believe there's like, skull and crossbones maybe? Like some sort of swords or something. Something like this. Oh man. Pretty close. I'm thankful for these easy ones that happen, Oh gosh. That should have been way better than it was. Rams, I already know is going to give me the Hooga Baloo. It's like something like this and like this. And then it's like an R. It's like LR. Is that their logo? I may have just invented a new logo. Is it like an L and an R with like scoopties? What's the Rams logo? All right, Miami. I don't know which way the dolphin faces, but I know it's got, this at the bottom. And then I want to say it comes up like this. Something like this around it. Maybe like a sun around the edge. Waves probably. So this is like a sun. Dolphin. For the Vikings, I know this like center point thing with this is like a big thing for them. Yeah. That looks like this looks Native American, actually. I'm drawing a Native American. This is supposed to be it's close. I think it's close. That's a chief. That's a Kansas City chief. Pointy end, flat face, something like such. Ooh, chat. We might be onto something here. Yeah. Maybe there's probably a star there. New Orleans Saints, this is a layup. You got a point. Downward facing dogs here that come back to the middle. Down, hook. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, absolutely. Add some texture in here. Really sell it. Yeah, that's maybe my best work. New York Giants doesn't get any easier than this. It's just a lowercase n and a lowercase y. Oh, yes. Oh, my. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a work of art. We could stop the video now. That's amazing. That's just amazing. Now, the Jets just redesigned their logo, and I believe it's kind of like something like this. And then maybe it says NYJ on it. We're going to hope that's exactly what it says. I think it actually says Jets. Yep, I can't go back now. There's not enough time. However, yeah, that's wrong, but it's not bad. That could be their logo. I can't picture the Eagles logo. Like, I'm actually getting very frustrated. Again, I think it's like super beak. Like, there's just like a big mouth, and then it kind of goes back like this. And it's like, and there's a huge eye right here. And then it's like, like all of my birds look like Angry Birds. All of my drawings for these NFL teams, bird-wise, they look like the Angry Birds logo. Pittsburgh Steelers is easy. Circle. And then I believe it says Steelers over here. And then there's like a star. Again, it's not perfect, but I think if you had to guess which team this was, it'd be pretty easy to do so.
Well, duh.
49ers, oval logo, and then I believe it's kind of like Kansas City in the fact that it has S, F, yeah, and obviously there's like, an outline. That's pretty good too. Is there a football? I mean, I'm going to give myself bonus points if there's a football in this logo. Yeah, that's the one. I have no excuse for this. I've looked at this logo thousands of times. I've drawn this logo hundreds of times. So, the only thing working against me here is time. Because, like I said, this is my favorite team, and for years I have drawn this logo. So, I expect you guys to hold your applause. That's pretty darn good for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds, that's pretty good. Oh, brother. Okay, so there's like a flag, but it's also a sword, maybe? Like the sword is a flag, and then it's like this. And then it's obviously like, what's that guy's name? Sandy Hook? That's a school. Delete that. What's this guy's name? What's the name of the guy who's like the pirate? What do they call him? What do they call him? I can't remember his name. I forget what it's called. Titan's logo is this, and then it's like flames sort of things behind it. T, but it's like a sword T. A lot of swords in the NFL. A lot of teams doing the sword thing. Okay. And then there's probably like some stars or something that are surrounding it. That's not too bad. And then we get to end with an easy one here. Washington's new logo is certainly easier than their last, although I think I just drew their last on the Minnesota Vikings. But regardless, I think, this could be Whataburger's logo. But I think this is a pretty darn good Washington Commanders logo. Let's see how I did. You may be laughing now, but some of these are spot on. Obviously, I'm thankful I got the direction right, but yeah, the feathers were at the back of the head, not the front. I'll give this one that's a 4 out of 10. Up next, we have the Falcons. Again, I'm going to say really good attention to detail, understanding how the body is framed. My 2 round. This one's probably 2 round, but overall, not bad. I'm going to give this one a 7. Ravens could use some improvements, some minor improvements. Again, I had the overall idea correct. The B. I don't know how I forgot the B. That's an obvious miss. Buffalo, if I had an hour instead of 30 seconds. I think I could have done this. I had the right idea. I knew the legs were back here. I was really emphasizing this red thing. I knew about it, but yeah, clearly I had like a reverse hump going on. This clearly is a big hump, and I went underneath. So we'll give that a 2. Panther. The only good takeaway would be the teeth. I had the teeth correct. I didn't have the angle right. That is a miserable, miserable failure. But with every failure comes a mountaintop, a climb, a high, a win. And I think the Chicago Bears is an absolute win. Bengals, I'm disappointed. I made it too tall, a little more squatty. We could have done this a little more squatty. Also, the stripes are coming down from the top, not necessarily side to side. But this, pretty sharp. I forgot the face mask details on the helmet, but I did get the stripe up top. So between the stripe up top and this circle, we're going to say solid attention to detail. That's a 7. As far as like actual, like to scale, maybe if I twist it a little bit. Okay. It's not great. Broncos. We laugh because it is bad. But again, I knew the right idea. I had the right idea with the fur back here, with the eye right here, with the mouth, with the overall shape, but the execution, pretty pathetic. The tail should be going up, and this doesn't really look fierce. This looks like, it looks more fetus than fierce, so not good there. Packers, I'm going to say, is an absolute win, but for as easy as it was, it's not saying much. Houston, I honestly made more complicated than it needed to be. Just a simple star, and I tried to get funky with all these little codes in between. Colts, though, again, for as easy as Colts was, this is a little disappointing. This isn't great. Should be more round, more voluptuous, more curvy for the Colts. That's a potato. Kansas City, a little too rounded. Right idea. I don't know what this extra thing is here. We should probably delete that. We're not going to. We're not going to tarnish it, but this could have been better. This actually is pretty bad for how easy it is. For how hard this one is, I got a lot. I got the eye patch on the correct side. I got the helmet with the stripe on it, and I had the swords. So all things considered, I forgot the crest. The crest would have been good, but for as hard as that was with 30 seconds, give me some credit. I'm disappointed in myself there. For the Rams, I just completely made up a new logo. I just had totally forgotten it was L and A, not L and R for Ram. This is also horrible. I don't know what it was with my directional. I just kept inverting the image, flipping it around. I don't know why I'm doing that. This one's pathetic. But I don't think this is a bad logo. If I was just trying to draw a logo for like a timeshare on the beach, like this would be, if you have a timeshare on the beach and you need like a logo for like your Airbnb or whatever, I'll give you free rights to this. It's not bad for that use, but not a good Miami Dolphin. We laughed at the fact that this looked more Native American than Viking American, but it had some good things. I knew this little band here, the hat, the eye, the hair, and the horn. The horn just looks more like a feather, and he's missing the facial hair. It's like a 6. Patriots was spot on. Spot on. I mean, you couldn't draw a better logo than that. That's a win. That's a win right there. New Orleans Saints, disappointed again. The bottom is just a failure. I just got lazy here and just threw it on its bottom and not on its point. So not good. But this. Hold your applause, chat. Hold your applause. Stop the glazing. Stop the glazing. This is this is almost a perfectly drawn logo from memory. Wow. Stellar. That's a 10 out of 10. Disappointed this one because I had the right idea. I just went New York Jets instead of Jets. So I really think I could have, this one could have been much better. This is my worst. Philadelphia Eagles are my absolute worst. Didn't have the direction correct, didn't have the shape correct. There is nothing redeeming about this at all. We have the problem with me flipping things. The Steelers on the other side, but I did have the 3 stars. There's no line down the middle. So, yikes. San Francisco? Where'd the football come from? Green means go. Why are you putting a football on here? It's centered only. Again, if I had colors, I could have made it better. I don't think that's horrible. Seahawks. Now, come on now, chat. I had this down here. I had this up here. I had the eye and the eye, I had the thing and the thing. This looks more like the retro logo, but we're going to count that as a win. Now, as crazy as this sounds, again, the attention to detail with the sword, the flag, the logo, not bad for the Buccaneers. Same with the Titans. All things considered, I was in the right spot. I almost had the stars in the correct place, just needed one more up here, but it has the flames. That's not bad. And then we ended on a really high note with this W. That's not bad either. If you liked the video and you need another t-shirt that will inevitably drip to the bottom of your drawer to be lost and forgotten forever, and you don't mind spending $15, you can order this. It's a beautiful, heavyweight, 100% cotton white t-shirt with all 32 of my designs drawn on it. And it's $15. It's a great stocking stuffer for the holidays. Think about buying it. Link in the description.